Mama. My name is Alicia.
My name is Sydney.
We're cousins.
And we have two little boys who are just a few weeks apart.
We read kids' books to them so that they grow up to learn how to read. To enjoy reading, because when you read for work, it's not fun.
The worst.
But then,
or like for school.
everybody who reads knows that feeling of being able to just like
Immerse yourself in the story.
Yes, and you're transported, and it all starts here, guys. Read to your kids. It's important.
Yes.
Love you forever.
Mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as you're living, my baby you'll be.
Importante. I should probably stop saying that.
The baby grew, and he grew, and he grew, and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves, he pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch and he flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, "This kid is driving me crazy!" Y'all see the watch?
Yeah. So sweet. But at nighttime, while that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door, crawled across his floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
So sweet. The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old. He never wanted to come in to dinner, and he never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo.
But at night when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened his door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The boy grew, and then he grew, and he grew, and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends, and he wore strange clothes, and he listened to strange music. Sometimes the mother felt like she was in a zoo.
But at night, while that teenager was asleep, she opened the door, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she'd pick up that teenager and she'd rock him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
The teenager grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and got a house across town.
But sometimes on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across town. If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. And if that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
Well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older and older. One day she called up her son and said, you better come see me. I'm getting really old and very sick. Her son came to see her. When he came to the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang,
I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always.
But she couldn't finish because she was too old and sick.
The son went to his mother. He picked her up and he rocked her back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And he sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be.
Oh, I know. When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. I know.
Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and he very slowly rocked her back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The end. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, thoughts.
Okay. What did you think of this book?
I really love this book. It's a classic. It's sad, but it's not sad. It's tear-jerky. The song is beautiful, especially if you have a beautiful voice like Alicia does. I don't, so I just say it. This book makes me cry every time I read it. It doesn't matter how many times I read it.
It really is like the circle of life.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it calls on those very habitual things that families do, like the things that are very nostalgic to you personally as a child. Like, it is represented in this book, something that his mom did for him his entire life, and he is then passing that on to his daughter. And then also, at some point, all of our parents grow up. And you realize that they're not superheroes anymore. You realize
that they're people.
And they need love too. And then you do that thing for them that they showed you your entire life. It's just so sad.
It's really sad. I didn't understand all of the things that my mom did for me until, like, I knew, but I didn't understand. Now that I have my own baby, and he's only just a few months old. He's not even like several years old yet. And I just have reached this new understanding of all of the things that my mother did for me while I was growing up. The level of love and the level of care that goes into everything that they do for you. I love the illustrations. I love that they haven't been updated and they're still very 80s. Like, this baby has a freaking mullet, and it reminds me of my dad, because there's this picture of my dad sitting on a boat. He's got a mustache and this mullet in his hair, and he doesn't have a shirt on. He's nice and tan and like has on these little red shorts. It cracks me up. And I look at it, and then I look at my dad, who's very studious and wears glasses now and his like gray hair. And it just, looks professional, like the business owner that he is. Then I look at the picture and like, you were a child. What? No, you were born at like 30.
Yeah, you were born dad. But they're not. Everyone starts off as a baby, and that's the thing. It really, like, it demonstrates every aspect of life. Circle of life. It is so good. You can sing it, or you can say it in a sing-songy type voice.
Like I do.
And it didn't drag. Like,
it repeated itself a lot.
Repetitive things can help instill the knowledge into your child's mind. And I'm sure there's some article on that, but we don't have an article. No. We're just gonna say, repeat it, and it'll stick. Dang, look at that old freaking computer.
I love this. I love it. It reminds me of the 80s, or the Elvis. It reminds me of the Elvis. It reminds me of Elvis, you guys.
This is very like, this baseball and the baseball glove, it's just like Sandlot, it's so just like the Goonies. It's just, it's really good.
Fantastic.
Oh, hey, something else that's old.
What?
There's a cord attached to the phone.
And you know what else? The phone is shaped like this and not like this.
Yeah, because there are children now who don't understand why this is a telephone.
Yeah.
They think it should be this.
Our cousin Grayson, a few years ago, I went over there to go babysit him, and I took some of my old Disney VHS tapes because he told me he wanted to watch movies. And he looked at them and he said, "What are those?" And I felt so old. I literally just smell of them.
Yeah, and you would just like open them up like
this.
Yeah, just constantly
to hear the creak, 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 and then you would stick your finger in the little thing and wind it. Our kids will never know.
No.
Now I talk at my TV and it does what I tell it.
These drawings are so detailed. There's not one part of this. There's something
to look at. And they're all very obviously hand-drawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have a little artist, a little budding artist, they might think, I could draw that.
Yeah.
I think it's good for all ages. I mean, obviously, it's good for us. We like it.
We like it. I actually read this the other day before I brought it over here and I cried.
Yeah. Hey, so this book was suggested by my really good friend Darwin.
Mm-hmm.
Darwin is such a good friend, and we've had so many good conversations, so of course I'm not shocked at all that he would suggest
Such
an
amazing book.
This was from our Aunt Shanda
Yeah.
to her little sister. The history in this book. Overall rating.
5 stars.
5 out of 5. Hey guys, if you liked our video, if you liked hearing us read this book out loud and then talking about why we liked it, give it a thumbs up for us.
Yeah, and go ahead and subscribe and hit that little belly button. Go hit that little bell button so that you can get notifications about our videos. We're professional, can't you tell?
We're so professional. We release videos every Tuesday. We love you guys. Thank you so much for watching us, and we hope you really enjoyed this video.
Yes. Okay,
bye! Guys, interesting fact. Did you know that when a baby is being born in the womb, their ears start off right here, and then they slowly move to the side of their head.
Crazy.
But first, they're literally like a head with like ears, like this.
That's weird.
And then they're like
an alien. Like that, it kind of reminds me of that on Stranger Things.
No, yeah. But also, I feel like that's like the new version of, what's the dinosaur movie? Jurassic Park, where they go, and and then they squirt the ink. So I feel like Stranger Things is like maybe subconsciously giving a nod to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
In that.
So anyways. Side note over.
Let's read this baby book.
And while she had Stop, we gotta get through this so I can go home. And okay, are you ready? And while she held him, she sang. Felicia could get her shit together, that'd be great.
Okay. You could just say the one.
You're crying.
Okay, it's so hot.
I'm dying.
I like it cozy. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
And while she held him, she sang.
And while she... Okay.